This video is going to talk about constructing dilations. One of the things you're supposed to be able to do in this unit is to construct dilations. You're welcome to practice this on Desmos. If we were actually physically in class, we would do some of these on paper together. A dilation is something that changes in size. It's the only one of our transformations that does. So I'm on Desmos. I've gone to the geometry tool like we did for transformations. And I want to use from over here the idea of construct. I'm just going to choose polygon. So all I have to do here is click until I get however many sides I want to have. So I have a four-sided figure I want to work with. I am going to label the sides. I have gone backwards on that. Usually we go clockwise. All right, and now I want to come up here and under the idea of transform, we get to choose our transformation, and I'm going to choose dilation. It's giving me a scale factor of 2. We're going to change this in a different construction. Now I'm going to just leave it. It says select some objects to apply. So I want to apply this for here. I'm going to use my shift key so I can choose the entire figure and hit apply. Now I have made a four-sided figure which is 2 times bigger than the original. If we went in with our measurement tool, we could check that, but you can kind of see that from A to D here is about the same length from there to there. We talk about a center of dilation. Since the figure stayed at point D and the other 3 points moved, our center of dilation for this one is at D. Okay, let's try again. I'm going to go ahead and make a different figure. Let me just get rid of my pieces here. Oops, that didn't go very well. I'm just using the shift key while I choose each of these. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and I'm going to use line segments this time and make something. So I want to make a triangle. I'm only going to label one of my points. I'm going to label this point here as A. Again, why it's not labeled, there we go. Transform, dilation. This time I'm going to go change my dilation to 0.5 or 1/2. And again, I want to choose here. And I want to do the entire figure. And this time, notice that because of the way I chose my sides, my center of dilation is at A, because A stayed the same for both figures, and it went from here and it cut itself in half. So we dilated or made it smaller by a scale factor of 0.5. Anytime that we have a scale factor less than 1, it's going to make the object smaller. Notice here I just changed my scale factor to 3, so it made the figure larger. 3 times larger. So a whole number is going to make your figure bigger. A fraction or a decimal number is going to make it smaller. So I took the original and this time it is 1/4 the size of the original. And I don't have to go in whole numbers and fractions. I could talk about 1.25 times bigger. And that's just a little bit bigger because the idea of 1, and I really just went 0.25 times bigger. So this is the idea of dilations. Think about coming into Desmos and practicing these, but understanding that when we construct these, it has to do with taking a measurement here, whatever this measurement is. If I multiply by 1.25 and then measure that new distance, that's where I would end up. So if we were in class and doing these with a ruler, that's the key behind them. if I want to use a scale factor of 2, I would measure from, I'm going to go ahead and label that. I would measure from A to B, and let's say that was 3. And since my scale factor is 2, 3 times 2 is 6, so I would come back to A and measure out to 6 before making my new point.